है जिंदगी तो अगले बरस लिख के लाऊंगा, अरशद से बफ के मरसिया सबको सुनाऊंगा, सतगुर के गम में रोऊंगा तुमको रुलाऊंगा, दरबार नानकी से सिला इसका पाऊंगा, जोरावर और फतेह का इस दम बयां सुनो, पहुंचे बिछड़ के हाय कहां से कहां सुनो. Deserted not if by my life I will then write down this tale, flood of noble sentiments, this elegy I shall speak and wail. The Guru's pain will make me weep, to weep with me you will not fail. In the lofty court of Nanak for vengeance I shall cry and rail. Zorawar and Fateh sing, hark, listen now and heed their tale. Alas, adrift, what was their end? Let my tale your ears assail. After being separated from Guru Gobind Singh during the skirmish at the Sirsa River, the lads and their grandmother were spirited away, ostensibly to safety by Gangu, who had served the Guru's household as a cook at Anandpur. Gangu, however, had treachery in his heart, and he betrayed them, resulting in their arrest and incarceration at Sarand. The poet imagines the conversation between the boys, aged 6 and 9, who haven't quite grasped the gravity of their situation yet, with their grandmother, Mata Gujri. जब रण अजीत जीत के तशरीफ लाएंगे, अब्बा के साथ जिस घड़ी जुझार आएंगे, करके गिला हर एक से हम रूठ जाएंगे, माता कभी पिता कभी भाई बनाएंगे, हमें गले लगा के कहेंगे वो बार बार, मान जाओ लेकिन हम नहीं मानेंगे जिन्हार. And when our brother Ajit Singh triumphant will return, then our father, brother Jujhar, our back to we will learn. Petulant left all alone, mock anger we will show. Now our fathers, now our mothers, brothers to their love we'll know. Clasp us they will to their chests, many a time they will this say, forget your sorrow, let it go, playfully we'll angry stay. A sham of a trial was arranged, and the lads were to be produced in a religious court to be judged. Bhai Singh describes the scene in Kalgidhar Chamatkar. The court was in session. The affluent and the powerful, both Hindus and Muslims, were in attendance. Nawab Wazir Khan, his face scarred and pockmarked by smallpox, with his small, shifty eyes, presided. When the lads were commanded to bow before him to pay their respects, they declined and stood ramrod straight. Allah Yar Khan Jogi describes the equanimity of the young princes and its effect on the courtiers who had gathered for the trial. थी प्यारी सूरतों से सुजात बरस रही, नन्ही सी सूरतों से थी जुर्रत बरस रही, रुख पर नवाब के थी शकावत बरस रही, राजों के मुंह पे साफ थी लानत बरस रही, बच्चों का रोब छा गया हर एक मुशीर पर, लर्जा सा पड़ गया था अमीरों वजीर पर. The faces of the beautiful ones with valor are aglow, the tender faces of the lads determination show, and on the face of Mughal chief turmoil can be seen. All the kings worthy of curses shamefaced their mien. The lads on each courtier deep impression make, chieftains and ministers they tremble and they shake. Nazim ki baat baat par rukne lagi zaban, खुद को संभाल करके वो कहने लगा कि हाँ, खावा हो मौत के या तुम्हें चाहिए अमा, बतलाओ साफ साफ अब ए आली खानदां, इस दम करो कबूल अगर शाह के दीन को, फिर आसमां बना दूं तुम्हारी जमीन को. Much perturbed, the Mughal chief, he chokes on every word, with an effort himself calms, to say this then he's heard. Will you lads choose death today or our protection seek? scions of exalted house, clearly you must speak. If you were to now accept our emperor's own creed, you will be ennobled, yours everything you need. सतगुर के लाडलों ने दिया रोब से जवाब, आती नहीं शर्म है जरा तुझको ए नवाब? दुनिया के पीछे करता है क्यों दीन को खराब? किस जा लिखा है जुल्म, दिखा तो हमें किताब। तालीम जोर की कहीं कुरान में नहीं, खूबी तुम्हारे शाह के ईमान में नहीं। The Guru's beloved sons, oh, their reply so bold. Don't you feel ashamed at all? The Mughal chief they scold. How can you pollute your faith and disrespect such brook? Show us where it's written, tyranny permits your book. Forced conversion never does, Quran Sharif allow. Bereft of faith and honor, your king is we know now. The lads continued to speak boldly, rejecting all of Wazir Khan's efforts to cajole them into giving up the faith of their forefathers. When they were threatened that they would be executed, they calmly responded that death would come to all someday, and they were eager to embrace the eternal happiness that awaited them in the hereafter. There was pandemonium in the court. The courtiers were astonished and dazzled by the bravery of the lads and looked upon them in awe, their admiration apparent. Wazir Khan's brow darkened. He looked from one courtier to another, but wherever he turned, he encountered downcast eyes. The trial, which was meant to be a mere formality, had taken an unexpected turn, and Wazir Khan looked mightily perturbed. And then a voice was heard. It was Diwan Suchanand, Wazir Khan's minister, who happened to be Hindu. क्या खूब है नवाब भी बातों में आ गए, उस बुत शिकन के बच्चों की घातों में आ गए, सरदार हो के आप भी लातों में आ गए, संभलो कहीं जवाल के हाथों में आ गए, कहते हैं ये बुरा शाये हिंदुस्तान को, तुम देखते हो रहम से क्यों इनकी जान को. What a pity, my lord, that even you astray have been by their words led, that idolater whom we hate, the clever words of spawn he's bred, all of you, you mighty men, look at how these lads subdue. Be wary, lords, be careful now, for headed are to calamity you. Insolent these lads you see, slander and scorn our mighty king. Why, oh why, do tell me, pray, compassion to your eyes you bring. मंजूर जब के सांप के सर भी को तोड़ना, बेजा है फिर तो बच्चाए अफई का छोड़ना. 10वें गुरु का है जो खजाना बटोरना, बच्चों की पहले बाप से गर्दन मरोड़ना. नाजिम था ये लयीन की बातों में आ गया, बेमेहर बेधर्म की था घातों में आ गया. Surely, lords, we all agree, shattered head of snake should be. Why on earth then spare its spawn? Do not set these children free. The Guru 10th we aim to beat. Relieve him of his treasure too. Wring their necks first, I do say. Surely will his ruin ensue. Mughal chief, he now takes heart, hangs upon the devil's creed, heartless, holy, and impure, from scruples all he is now freed. Diwan Suchanand's malicious words had their desired effect. The courtiers started to nod in agreement. The lads, already rebellious and fearless at their young age, would surely grow up to become formidable foes. Nawab Wazir Khan turned to Nawab Sher Muhammad Khan of Malair Kotla, whose brother had been killed in battle by Guru Gobind Singh. These are the children of the man who killed your beloved brother. The time for revenge has come. Sher Muhammad Khan looked at Wazir Khan in disbelief. They are children, innocent children. What have they done? My brother fell honorably in battle, and in battle he shall be avenged. These children must be released. Killing them in cold blood will besmirch Islam. The murder of innocents is never condoned by the Sharia. Nawab Wazir Khan was unmoved. He decreed that the lads would be bricked alive. हाथों में हाथ डाल के दोनों वे नौनिहाल कहते हुए ज़बां से बफ़े सत श्री अकाल चेहरे पे गम का नाम ना था और ना था मलाल जा ठहरे सिर पे मौत के फिर भी ना था ख्याल जिस दम गले गले थे वे मासूम गड़ गए दिन छुपने भी ना पाया कि कातिल उजड़ गए. Hand in hand the lads are seen, tender saplings too. Glory of the truth eternal, tongues proclaim they do. Faces calm, no trace of fear, nor astonishment, alarm. They approach the cusp of death, no fear of earthly harm. Even as they live and breathe, innocence bricked alive. I stay until the set of sun, assassins will not thrive. हम जान दे के औरों की जाने बचा चले सिक्की की नींव हम है सिरों पर उठा चले गुरियाई का है किस्सा जहां में बना चले सिंघों की सल्तनत का है पौधा लगा चले गद्दी से ताज और तख्त बस अब कौम पाएगी दुनिया से जालिमों का निशान तक मिटाएगी. By giving our lives today, countless lives we'll save. To our faith's foundation, bolster with our heads we gave. Tale of glory, exaltation, in this world we wrought. This sapling of sovereignty to life we now have brought. Today what is our holy seat? Yield one day will throne and crown. Of tyrants there will be no trace. Each one of them we will bring down. ठोडीब तक ईंटें चुन दी गईं मुंह तक आ गईं बीनी के ढांफते ही वो आंखों पे छा गई हर चांद सी जबीन को घन सा लग गईं लखते जिगर गुरु के वो दोनों छुपा गईं जोगी जी इसके बाद हुई थोड़ी देर थी बस्ती सरंद शहर की ईंटों का ढेर थी. The wall of bricks reaches their chins, and at their mouths it's now. Still it creeps, covers the nose, reaches now eyebrow. Oh, verily an eclipse dark on moon-like brows is seen. Fragments of the Guru's heart hidden are from sight unseen. Says Yogi, now mark my words, it will happen, you shall see. Settlement that is Sirhind, just a pile of bricks will be. Baba Fateh Singh and Baba Zorawar Singh lay lifeless. As the enormity of what he had wrought started to sink in, Nawab Wazir Khan left the scene trembling. Todarmal, a beloved Sikh of Guru Gobind Singh's, had rushed to Sirhind when he had learned of the young princess' capture, desperate to help in some manner. But by the time he arrived, it was all over. His heart heavy, he visited Mata Gujri and told her of the fate of her young grandsons. The brave old woman, who had shown tremendous resilience in the face of terrible hardships her entire life, could take it no more. Her soul left her body. It was left to Todarmal to cremate the Guru's mother and his young sons. Before we continue with our tale, I would like to take a small detour and visit a time almost 250 years in the future. In her work, Sharing Saints, Shrines and Stories, Practicing Pluralism in North India, Anne Bigelow writes about Malerkotla. Malerkotla is distinguished as a place that resisted the bloodshed and destruction that devastated Punjab during the partition of India in 1947. Of all the assembled allies of Wazir Khan, the Mughal governor of Sirhind, Sher Muhammad Khan of Malerkotla was the only one who spoke up in the children's defense. He declared that their quarrel was with the father and not the sons, and that their lives should be preserved. He went so far as to declare the death sentence un-Islamic and violating the acceptable rules of combat. Although the appeal was unsuccessful and the Guru's sons were killed, this is by far the single most moment in Malerkotla's history. Nawab Sher Muhammad's moment of honor and compassion was to pay great dividends generations later. There is a strong belief among the residents of Malerkotla that the Hada Nara, or cry of protest of Nawab Sher Muhammad Khan in 1704 and Guru Gobind Singh's subsequent blessing was directly responsible for the peace that prevailed in the town in 1947. It seems almost miraculous that while the rest of the Punjab was racked by the fury of bloodletting that accompanied partition, the Muslim residents of Malerkotla emerged unscathed, despite being hemmed in by a hostile Sikh and Hindu population.